September the 2nd, 2022, 4 a.m. A kindergarten teacher laced up her running shoes. She had a routine, she had a route, she had a family waiting for her to come back. She never did. Eliza Liza Fletcher, 34 years old, a teacher at St. Mary's Episcopal School, a mother of 2 young boys, a wife, a runner, a granddaughter of a billionaire businessman whose company founded a major hardware chain. But on that dark morning, none of that mattered. She was simply a woman, running alone. Eliza lived in Midtown Memphis, near the University of Memphis campus. Her running route was familiar: Central Avenue, through the university area, past the historic homes and tree-lined streets. She ran early, before her family woke, before the heat rose, before the city stirred. She was last seen on surveillance video at 4:20 a.m., jogging near the intersection of Central and Zach Curlin Street. She wore a pink running top, purple running shorts, and a headlamp. She carried her phone. She was visible, predictable, present. Then a dark GMC SUV pulled alongside. A struggle. Eliza was forced into the vehicle. The SUV sped away. The entire encounter lasted seconds. No witnesses, no one heard a scream. Just silence where a runner should have been. When Eliza didn't return, her husband reported her missing. The Memphis Police Department launched a search. Her phone was found discarded nearby, the screen shattered. Her water bottle lay on the sidewalk. But Eliza was gone. The surveillance footage was key. It showed the SUV, the struggle, the abduction. Within hours, police identified the vehicle. It belonged to Cleotha Henderson, a 38-year-old man with a criminal history. He had been released from prison in 2020 after serving 20 years for a previous abduction. September 3rd, Henderson was arrested. He refused to cooperate. For 4 days, Eliza's family waited. The city held vigils. Runners across Memphis organized group runs in her honor, refusing to let fear silence them. September 5, Eliza's remains were found behind a vacant duplex on Victor Street. The cause, a gunshot wound to the head. She had been taken, held, and then silenced. 4 days. 4 days between the last run and the final discovery. But this case was not just about September 2, 2022. It was about 2000, about a 16-year-old girl whom Cleotha Henderson had abducted at gunpoint and forced into a vehicle. About his conviction, his 24-year sentence, his release after 20 years for good behavior. In 2021, a year before Eliza's abduction, another woman reported that Henderson had sexually assaulted her. The Memphis Police Department had the report. They had his DNA from the evidence kit, but the sample sat untested. The case sat uncharged. Henderson remained free. If that DNA had been processed, if that charge had been filed, if the system had acted, Eliza Fletcher might still be running. The what if became the heart of the outrage, not just at Henderson, but at the backlog, the delay, the silence. September 2023, Cleotha Henderson was convicted of first-degree murder, abduction, and related charges. The jury deliberated for less than 2 hours. He was sentenced to life in prison, plus additional years. He will never be released. But the conviction did not end the story. Eliza's family established the Eliza Fletcher Foundation, supporting running safety programs, self-defense education, and DNA testing reform. The Liza's Run event draws thousands annually. Her school named a playground in her honor. The case also intensified the national conversation about women's running safety. Apps that share location, group runs at dawn, self-defense classes. The phrase, "text me when you get home," became "share your live location." The routine that made Eliza vulnerable became the routine that women everywhere reconsidered. Eliza Fletcher was 34, a teacher who shaped young minds, a mother who read bedtime stories, a runner who found peace in the rhythm of her feet on pavement, a woman who did everything right: familiar route, visible clothing, early but not too early, and was still taken. The questions that remain: why was Henderson's 2021 DNA sample never processed? How many other samples sit in backlogs across America? And how many women modify their behaviour, their roots, their freedom, not because they choose to, but because they must? Eliza's case is solved. Her family has justice. But the system that failed her once before she was taken still fails others. The backlog persists. The waiting continues. If you have information about unsolved cases in your community, contact your local police department. If you are a runner, share your location. If you are a voter, ask about DNA testing funding.